In the vibrant village of Oju, two tailors held the admiration and whispers of its residents. Kunle, known for his precision and creativity, had a workshop bustling with customers from dawn till dusk. His skillful hands turned fabrics into masterpieces, and word of his talent spread far and wide. Beside him, however, was Teo, another tailor equally skilled but far less fortunate. His shop, though tidy and welcoming, often sat empty, with only the occasional villager stopping by to mend a tear or sew a modest outfit. Teo's frustration grew with each passing day. "How can Kunle have so many customers, yet I barely make enough to feed my family?" he often muttered to himself, envy creeping into his heart. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Teo sat outside his shop, staring at Kunle's bustling workshop. He felt a deep pang of jealousy. "There must be something he's doing that I'm not," he thought. But what? The following day, Teo confided in an old friend, Ideal, who was known to dabble in the mystical arts. Ideal listened intently to Teo's plight and then leaned closer, his voice low. "If you're serious about changing your fortune, you must seek the herbalist, Barber Olamu. He's helped many in dire situations like yours." Desperate and willing to try anything, Teo set off to find Barber Olamu. The journey took him deep into the forest, where the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves filled the air. Barber Olamu's hut was a small, thatched structure surrounded by strange carvings and herbs hanging from the eaves. The old man, with piercing eyes and a weathered face, welcomed Teo and listened to his woes. "You desire customers, yes?" Barber Olamu said, his voice gravelly yet commanding. "There is a way, but it comes with a price." Teo's heart raced. "I'm willing to pay whatever it takes," he replied eagerly. "Can you make each?" Barber Olamu chuckled. "The price is not in money, my son. It is in discipline and secrecy. If you agree, I will prepare a charm for you. From now on, lizards will surround your workshop. They will represent your customers. The more lizards you see, the more customers you will have. But remember, no one else will see them. And under no circumstances must anyone kill one of these lizards. If that happens, the consequences will be dire." Teo nodded, his desperation overriding any hesitation. Barber Olamu performed a ritual, chanting incantations, as he handed Teo a small, intricately carved charm. "Place this in your shop and never let anyone disturb it." Teo returned to his workshop, skeptical yet hopeful. To his astonishment, the very next day, his shop was flooded with customers. People came from all over the village and beyond, praising his work and recommending him to others. Yet, as Barber Olamu had warned, lizards began to appear. They scurried across the floor, climbed the walls, and even perched near his sewing machine. Only Teo could see them, and though they unnerved him at first, he grew to tolerate their presence. Within weeks, Teo's life transformed. His once quiet shop now bustled with activity, rivaling even Kunle's. Villagers marveled at his sudden success. Teo must have found a new technique, they speculated. Perhaps he's using imported fabrics, or a special sewing machine. Kunle, too, couldn't ignore the shift. He visited Teo one evening, under the guise of congratulating him. "You've truly turned things around, my friend. What's your secret?" he asked, his tone light but probing. Teo smiled, deflecting the question. Hard work and perseverance, he replied, though he avoided meeting Kunle's eyes. But beneath the surface, Tayo's life was not as perfect as it seemed. The lizards, invisible to others, were a constant reminder of the price he had paid. Their presence was overwhelming, especially as his customer base grew. They darted across his feet, climbed onto his table, and occasionally perched on his shoulders. Baba Olamu's warning echoed in his mind, never be irritated by the lizards. One fateful day, a wealthy customer named Mr. Aid arrived to commission a lavish agbada for his upcoming celebration. As Tayo worked diligently, a lizard scurried across Mr. Aid's legs. The man flinched, swatting at the air. "What is that?" he asked, looking around. "Oh, nothing," Tayo replied quickly, his heart pounding. But the lizard returned, this time running up Mr. Aid's arm before leaping to the ground. The customer frowned. "Something's in here," he muttered. When the lizard crossed his leg once more, Mr. Aid lost his patience. With a swift motion, he grabbed his slipper and struck the creature. The lizard's lifeless body lay on the floor. Tayo's scream startled everyone in the shop. "Why did you kill it?" he yelled, his voice trembling with fear and anger. Mr. Aid looked bewildered. "It was just a lizard. What's the big deal?" But Tayo knew it was more than that. A cold sweat broke out on his forehead as he felt an eerie stillness envelop the shop. The remaining lizards vanished, and an overwhelming sense of dread filled the air. That evening, Tayo's behavior grew erratic. He muttered to himself, clutching his head as if in pain. Villagers gathered outside his shop, whispering in hushed tones. "What's wrong with Tayo?" they asked, alarmed by his sudden outburst. Before long, Tayo's condition worsened. He ran into the village square, shouting incoherently. His once sharp mind seemed to have unraveled. "The lizards! The lizards!" he cried, collapsing to the ground. His family, devastated and confused, sought help from the village high priest, Baba Ajanaku. The priest, a revered figure known for his wisdom, agreed to investigate. He performed a divination, calling upon the spirits to reveal the truth. Tayo sought unnatural means to achieve success, Baba Ajanaku declared, his voice heavy with authority. The lizards were a symbol of his pact with dark forces. By killing one, the balance was disrupted, and now he must face the consequences. The villagers gasped in shock. Kunle, who had been watching silently, stepped forward. "Tayo, why didn't you trust your own skill? We all admired your work. You didn't need this." Tayo's family begged Baba Ajanaku to help, but the priest shook his head. "The spirits demand patience and integrity. Tayo's downfall is a lesson for us all. Shortcuts to success lead to ruin." From that day on, Tayo's shop remained closed, a haunting reminder of the cost of greed and impatience. The villagers spoke of him in hushed tones, sharing his story with their children to teach them the value of hard work and perseverance. And so, the bustling village of Oju continued its rhythm, its people carrying with them the tale of the tailor, who was surrounded by lizards. For in their silence and scurrying, the lizards had whispered a profound truth: true success cannot be rushed, it must be earned. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales. Let us know your thoughts and what you think Adi's journey teaches us. See you in the next story.